Welcome back to Fat Butcher Rips. Today we take a step back into the past and open up a box of 1991 Pro Set Series 2. If you're ready, let's rip. Okay, so why are we opening a 1991 Pro Set Series 2? A very valid question. May not be any good answers, but this was when I was really first opening hockey cards. Where I grew up, there weren't a lot of hockey cards available, to the point where Series 1 I opened quite a bit of. Series 2 never showed up. Had a lot of Score, a lot of Series 1 Pro Set, a little bit of Bowman, a little bit of Upper Deck back at that point, but Series 2 never came around. Certainly no OPG Platinum, Premier or anything like that. And this has Ed Belfour's rookie card, okay? So I am looking for the Ed Belfour rookie card, which, you know, in a PSA 10, it's like 30 bucks. I could go buy it. This box cost me shipped 30 bucks. So I could have saved myself the trouble, but there's also Sergei Fedorov, Jaromir JAGR, Mike Richter, Matt Sundin, Cujo, you know, a bunch of people have rookies in here, some of which are more valuable than others. There's also a Wayne Gretzky 2000 point card. There's also a very rare for the time, limited no number Stanley Cup hologram, which from what I gathered online, it's like numbered to 500. So they're very rare chase in a 1990s product. So let's open it up. Let's see what we can find. Hottest cards on ice. Get it? Yeah. All right, we'll let that go. The garbage bag wrappers of the 90s. Gotta love it. All right, so we're dealing with 36 packs, 15 cards a pack, plus a, I don't know, like a little propaganda card piece I think is in here. Get through these pretty quickly. Really looking for Blackhawks and a couple of key rookies. Here's the design. Look at that. So the backs are pretty plain. It's a pretty thin card stock. I mean, these are not high value deals, but Wayne Presley, got myself a Blackhawk. The North Star Team Facts cards, so I'll certainly be on the lookout for the Blackhawks version of that. Craig Ludwig, we'll go through a little faster after this first pack. Gordy Roberts, Stefan Beauregard, Matt Sundin, that's a good rookie. Dennis Vial, Paul Stanton, Bergen, Rick Dudley. That's, I don't know that coach inspires, that's like, what is it? Gabe Kaplan from Welcome Back Kotter kind of vibes to me. I could be wrong. I was still young and that was even older, but there are coach and there are official cards in here. So Eddie Olczyk, Mike Peluso, and Brent Fedek, and the hottest discount on ice. We'll toss our Blackhawks over here in a pile. Matt Sundin, not bad. The cards are nice enough. There's some tipping and chipping and things that you would have to imagine. So some of these guys, the rookies in PSA 10, are back-to-back team cards. Lefebvre, Krushelinski, Chris King, Scott Stevens, Petrangelo, Al Arbor. Yeah, I mean, if you in a current day product tried to put team cards and coach cards and official cards in, and it, you know, maybe you could try and get away with that in MVP, but even that, I think you'd be hard pressed. Like the Nordique card though, that's kind of cool. Claude Lemieux, don't mind that. Rick Tavarici, Eisbert, Doug Risebro, Teddy Gregson, Mike McNeil. We're going to collect all of our Blackhawks. Oops. Sorry about that, Robert Cron. Gordie Howe. I wasn't aware there's a Gordie Howe career points leader card in here. Card 654. Very cool. In the Whaler jersey, no less. Not what you typically see Gordie Howe pictured in. I like that card. Rob Blake, I believe that's his rookie as well. Joe Ricci rookie. Bossy, points leader. I like that they have some of the kind of legend. Peter Bondra, I don't know, that might be his rookie as well. I like that they have some legends in here. I'm not a huge fan of the officials. I could live with a coach. The officials are tough stuff for me. I have a hard time getting on board with that. Stephen Rice, František Kuchera, I'm not familiar with him. Wendell Young. I mean, these headshots. Stephen Matteau, Brian Murray, Kerry Wilson. The headshots of some of these coaches are kind of ridiculous and out of place next to some of these action shots of the players. All right, so what do we got here? Chelly, I like that, Chris Chelios. And Jacques Cloutier, which is also a rookie. Great pack for me, at least. Denny Savard, Terreri. Oh, Nolan, that's a rookie. That's a decent enough rookie, not crazy. And Cujo, we'll sleeve up Cujo. I don't think this is going to be a PSA 10, but if it were, I think a Cujo is about $30 in a PSA 10 as well. Look, I mean, Bob Murdoch is fired up. He might be wearing a short sleeve dress shirt, actually. And if he were, that'd be pretty dope. That's a real baller move to do that. Ooh, I like that Tony Esposito. That's a nice card. Any of these cards where I'm like, ooh, that's a nice card. Any of these can be had for, 50 cents to $1 raw, pretty much 7 days a week. So, there's limits to how awesome it is from a value perspective, but these are just pretty cool in general. Brian Propp, I like the traded card from Musil. Linesman, McBean, Semenov, Mike Milbury, young Mike Milbury, jeez Louise. DeMeo, Webster, Alex Del Vecchio. You know what? We'll put him in the decent enough card pile. He's a Hall of Famer. And we're almost through one stack. We're making some pretty good progress here. I'd love to see a Fedorov or a JAGR just to spice it up real quick. Brios Herdina, Keith Primo. Young Keith Primo. That's a rookie for him. Bethune, Peter Inge, a couple of trade cards, Taglianetti and McIntyre, Dan McCourt, and Brian Noonan. Boy, I remember Brian Noonan. That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time, though. All right, we're getting a lot of Blackhawks, just not the Eddie Belfour, which I think you get about 540 cards out of one of these boxes, if my math holds up. There's a nice Mike Richter rookie, and there's only 300 cards basically in the set, so we should get everybody, and we should get 2 of most, so that's a good thing. Lots of opportunities for fun stuff. And Bill McCreary, Kerry Frazier, rookie card Kerry Frazier, I believe. Pete Peters, that's a great name. 3 officials. Hey, there it is. Cool looking card. I like that Wayne Gretzky 2000 card. That's pretty awesome. We're going to be hard pressed to have anything that would qualify for a stand traditionally here. But this will get it for now. Let's put the great one up. If anyone's earned it, it's Wayno. All right, 1 stack down, 3 stacks to go. Lots of good stuff. We got in a couple of decent rookies. And who was that first rookie we had? Matt Sundin, Mike Richter. Lots more good rookies to go. The Kings logo. Claude Lemieux. Some of these guys we've already seen twice. Eisebert, I know I've seen twice. Marcel Dion, Gregson, Mikey McNeil, Cron, and Gordie Howe. A double up of, I mean, if you see that image once, it is going to be seared into your mind, and it has been. And Bondra, I think that was like our second pack of the box. Yep, and another Wayne. I was thinking that was coming. So the Wayne is not a short print by any stretch. So I knew we would probably see it just like everything else. But happy to get 2 of them. That's a nice one to get a double of. All right. Jocelyn Lemieux is, I think, a first time seeing him, maybe? Or maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Is that like a picture from the 1950s that they just added some color to? Robert Reichel, rocking the flat top. Roger Nielsen, gosh, I remember that dude. And Messier, the Rangers Cup, or rather the Oilers Cup, 89-90 with Messier. This is miscut to heck, but pretty cool card. All right, so now we're getting a few new things. We're mixing it up at the bottom of the stack. So now we gotta stay alert. Well, actually, maybe not. Stefan Lefebvre, I definitely have seen. This is actually a lot of the guys from pack number 1, I think. Let's see. This is a different Gordie Howe. Yet again in the whale jersey, but it's a different Gordie Howe, so that's cool, right? All right, halfway home. Still no Fedorov, still no JAGR, still no BELFOUR. Do have another Nordiques, so that's something. There we go. And a third Cujo? Jeez. There it is. That's probably the top card in this set. I think I saw some of these graded going for like 80 bucks, which is insane, other than the fact that you know, condition being what it is on these, it's tough to gem up a 1990 Pro Set card, because you know they came fast and furious. Pat Burns. So yeah, quality control wasn't always top of the priority list for these guys. Well, nice. We got one for Sergei Fedorov. It actually looks great. The McDonald's sign in the background was the tell. It always makes me feel like I need a quarter pounder with cheese. But then again, literally almost everything in my life makes me feel like I need another one of those. Ed Kastlik, that's a rookie. Not that it matters, but just remember, Mike, that's a heck of a run we just had. Let's see. Official, coach, official. Yikeroos. There he is. I can see it. I know the image. There it is. It's a great image at BELFOUR, by the way. For a rookie card image, this is pretty outstanding. Taking away the top shelf for somebody, gotta love it. You better believe Ed BELFOUR is getting on a stand, because that's what we're here for. At least that's what I'm here for. So he's going up. Nicely done. All right. Now we're really just down to the JAGR of the things I was really hoping and expecting to be able to see. So these are duplicates, a lot of them. Not a lot of vets. You know, Series 1 was Lemieux, Gretzky, that kind of stuff. So there's not a lot of that. Nice little pot pen. But there's just enough, you know, decent vets held over into this that spice it up a little bit. All right. There's our guy, Stan Mikita. I had a feeling he'd be showing up. I knew he's in here somewhere. That's a good one. I like that. All right, we're going to sleeve up Mr. Mikita. Speaking of Mikitas and other greats, Ingrained Icons is next week. Well, it's next week of when I'm filming. So it'll probably be this coming week if this comes out over the weekend. That is all, you know, retired all-time greats. Not Mike Hudson probably, but cool. Yeah. Gabe Kaplan again. Nice Bobby Clark. You know, cool memorabilia, nice autos, quad autos, like all kinds of cool stuff of all-time greats. It's going to be tough to have a complete dud because there's just so many good players in that set. So another nice Matt Sundin. This is the first pack all over again, I do believe. So really looking forward to that. I think there's going to be some cool stuff. I have a couple of boxes of that's on its way. It's not a cheap product, but of the products that are in kind of that $300 ballpark, I'm hopeful, based on what I've seen, that it's going to be a fun one. All right. I haven't gotten, at least I haven't noticed, I've gotten the Hawks version of that. I like that. That's a Weinrich rookie, old line rookie. Getting some rookies we haven't seen. That's good. Another Bobby Clark. And the Puck. What a card, the Puck. ProSet was trying some things, and so they did a card of the Puck. So, you know, if you're complaining about inserts and you're complaining about like, man, why are they making cards of this? Just remember, at one point, it was super cool that they had made a card of the Puck all by itself. So, hey, nice. We got a second Fedorov. No complaints there. And lots of officials and coaches again. I feel like, oh boy. Well, I hit the dirt. I feel like the collation is pretty, you know what, we'll top load our second Fedorov still. I feel like the collation's pretty consistent. I'm seeing guys with other guys, so we're able to keep track. So get a few sleeves out and ready just in case a JAGR shows up. We'll be bummed if we break through this whole thing and don't get a single JAGR out of a box. Just off the law of averages, I would have expected to get one of everybody, but obviously, all right. What is it that breakers like to say? Complain and gain or whatever. I believe I have just done that, and now comes the interesting part. I mean, on a relative basis. The back is meant to have some sort of error, I guess, or possible error around the alignment of his stats. And yeah, I don't know, this offset of games played is above his goals are above his assists are above his total point. It's a weird, I don't know if is that a thing for everybody? Let's find out. That is not a thing for everybody. And I do wonder if we can, you know, I don't know if we'll get two Jaromir Jagrs in this last stack or not, but if we do, it would be interesting to see if that is on both of the cards. I don't know which, I'll try to flash it up if I can find out which is more common or uncommon, or if it's an uncorrected error and they're all this way. But I mean, I saw some of these graded versions. I mean, they were, you know, 100, 200. I mean, it was for a 1990, 91 card that's just, you know, kind of available, readily available. That seems like a crazy, crazy high amount. So, I don't know that we're looking for, I mean, honestly, for me, the only thing I'm still looking for is the silly Blackhawks team card of all things. Yeah, that's the third Del Vecchio. Hey, there we go. BELFOUR number 2. Other than JAGR, we've gotten 2 of everybody that we were really hoping for. So, or 3. I think I got 3 Curtis Josephs, which, you know, I don't know that he was one of my quote-unquote targets, but it's probably one of the better guys, so definitely beating the odds a little bit here. I've seen these 2 Blues cards, I feel like 100 times, which can't be possible because there's only like 36 packs or whatever there are. There's a lot of packs, by the way. This is a great little value, honestly, if you want to just bust a bunch of packs and you're aware of this era of hockey. It's kind of fun. Kind of low risk. It's, you know, $30 to your door. You could probably find it for less if you really spent the time. Hey, there we go. Blackhawks. If you really spent the time looking, you could probably find this for even cheaper than I did. It wasn't worth chasing another $5 or $10 cheaper for me, but you know, this is a fun rip. I'm gonna really enjoy sorting all these and making a set or 2 because yeah, it's just a fun thing to go through. This looks like the Matt Sundin collation, but does not appear he's gonna show up on this one. So last pack, hanging in with me. I appreciate it very much. This will be a very quick recap at the end of this. We'll keep it nice and brief. This is a Mike Ricci rookie, so that's good. I don't know that I've seen that. And the Peter Nedved is a rookie, and I don't believe we've seen him either. So, last pack magic. Hudson, I've definitely seen. Hey, Eric Desjardins is a rookie. Shannon, another Stan the Man. I'll take that. And ending it on a Bobby Clark. Not a bad way to go out. Okay, so that is an entire Series 2 1991 box. And yeah, we did pretty good. We got one of the JAGRs, two of the Gretzky 2000 points, two BELFOURs, two FEDOROVs, and a lot of fun Blackhawks cards, a lot of kind of secondary rookies and Hall of Famers that they've kind of seeded in here. We got the NHL card, we got the puck, we got a boatload of officials and coaches who look collectively fairly ridiculous, and I'm here for it. So that's it for this one. It was really all down to I wanted to try and get this guy, pack pull him. I never pack pulled this particular card, and we did it ×2. And then, you know, in my opinion, and you know, your opinion may vary, had a lot of fun along the way with everything else. So as I said, Ingrained Icons is on the way. I have a case of Series 1 tins from last year that I'll be opening up that I either may have started or will be starting soon, depending on how I sequence these. But check everything out. Really excited about, you know, the turn of the new year, and some fun products are coming around the corner. So lots more good stuff is on its way. So thanks everybody. If you get an opportunity, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.